Once you understand how to make a truth table, the only way to make them more difficult is to either make them longer, so there's more steps, or to make them taller, because there's more simple statements, more variables. Let's do an example of the second. So let's construct the truth table for not R and it is not true that P or Q. So not R and it is not true that P or Q. Again, our steps. What letters are there? I see R, P, Q. I want to alphabetize them. So P first, Q second, then R. 2 choices for P times 2 choices for Q times 2 choices for R means I need 8 rows for this truth table. Okay, now that I have my rows, I'm going to start by filling in the simple statement farthest down the right, which is R here. So for R, I'm going to alternate true, false, until I run out of space. There'll be 4 pairs of them. Then I take a step to the left and double up. I just did 1, so I'm going to do 2. True, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. Then I just did 2 in a row. I'm going to take a step to the left and double up again for true, 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 false, 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 false. Okay, so there are my inputs. If you have a PQR in your statement, this will always be how this column looks. Because we're always going to alphabetize them, we're always going to start on the right, alternating true, false, double up to 2 in a row, double up to 4 in a row. If you've done any binary, this is also counting if you let F's be zeros and T's be ones, because that's how we're going to interpret them in digital circuitry. This is counting from 0 to 7, starting at the bottom. So 0, 0, 0 is 0, 0, 0, 1 is 1, 0, 1, 0 is 2, 0, 1, 1 is 3, 1, 0, 0 is 4, 1, 0, 1 is 5, 1, 1, 0 is 6, and 1, 1, 1 is 7. Okay, so that's another way you could get these lined up, and that'll always be the way we do them. All right, I've basically got 2 choices for what I could do first here. I could do the negation of R because I'm going to do this last, or I could do P or Q, then this, then negation of R. I think to keep things in kind of a nice order, I'm going to do negation of R, so it's right next to R. I'm going to do P or Q, because then I can do the negation of that. It is not true that P or Q. And then I'll have the negation of R. It is not true that P or Q, which will let me put those 2 pieces together. Okay, starting on the leftmost column that we don't have done, I have negation of R. I don't care what any of this other stuff is. All I need to do here is write down what the opposite of these 8 values are. These alternated true, false, so the negation of R should be false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true for this example. Okay, now let's look at our next thing. I want P or Q, so I want to ignore those 2 columns I had about R and do P or Q here. So P or Q, I should grab a disjunction table just to have handy. So I've got true or true, that's going to give me a T. I've got true or true, again from the top column, that's a T, or sorry, top row. The next row I have true or false gives me a T, and then true false is a T. Next I've got false true here spits out a T, and then false true gives me a true. False, false, let's see, that's the only one that is false for disjunction, and then false, false gives me a false. Okay, great. Next column I just want the negation of what I just did, right? I have P or Q. Let me take a breath here and let my screen catch up. I have P or Q, I want the negation of P or Q, so I'm just going to flip those to their opposites. So instead of a T, I'll have an F, 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 false, false, true, true. Great. For my last column, I know the negation of R. I'm going to look here. I know it is not true that P or Q. I'm going to look here. This is the thing I haven't done yet. So I'm going to use the conjunction table, this column, and this column. Let me see if I can cover up the ones I don't care about, just so I don't grab a wrong value. Okay, so I'm looking here, here, conjunction. No idea what color I haven't used yet, so I'll just write this last one in black. So we've got false and false, gives me a false. True and false, let's see, TF is a false. False, false is false. True and false is false. False and false is false. True and false is false. False and true, let's see, false and true gives me a false. And then finally true and true from the top row here is true. Here is our full truth table for not R and it is not true that P or Q. False, 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 true. I think I said the right number there. But here's an example of a taller table.